Hey everyone, welcome back. Our next guest is a food and lifestyle blogger from the Bronx who is known as the Cake Coach. Through her blog, Made by Kay, she's been able to create a safe haven for not just bakers or food lovers, but for the entire community. Her mission is all about wellness, community, while also supporting the next bakers, chefs, connect through our mutual love for food. Joining us to discuss her 12 days of giving that she did for the holidays and her series Lit Black Foodie and upcoming events, please welcome Made by Kay Kitchen founder Kay Elle. Hello and welcome.
Guys, how are you?
Good. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for being here and thank you for your service to our community.
Oh, my pleasure. Oh, my pleasure.
It is really remarkable to come across individuals who are artists and artisans, but yet service driven. And so let's just briefly share with our viewers what this 12 days of giving concept is and why you even came up with that.
Okay, so for me, every Christmas, every holiday season in my brand, I'm like, okay, you have to do something creative, you have to do something fun, and most importantly, you have to give back. Like, that's just the nature of my brand. That's like what we stand by. So I was like, okay, we always do a toy drive, but kind of like kick it up, right? Do what you can. And I had this idea because, you know, everyone has 12 days of Christmas. I said, instead of like receiving, how about we do something that's more geared towards giving? And it was truly amazing. Each day we gave something back, whether it was a discount, a free coaching service, or something for families, photography, pictures, any way that we can service someone. I tried to nestle that in the 12 days of Christmas. It was beautiful, like people participated and just was really engaged. And I think it was because the idea and the creativity about, you know, 12 days and it's like, okay, what's coming next? And it was just so dope to see the community participate. So I loved it. Just giving back just feels good. So it was a way to give back with 12 times.
All right. So, you know, we introduced you as a food blogger, but in essence, you're also a photographer and you offered these free family photos, which was very generous, right? Especially during this time period where I think we all want to be documented, celebrating that, you know, we're free again, kind of, sort of. I don't know.
Right.
It's a matter of opinion.
Right. Just a little bit.
Yeah. and then there's Made by Kay Kitchen, which is your blog, and I love this concept of Lit Black Foodie because there's this woke component to the way you move and the way you operate, and not just for yourself, but for anybody who's involved within your circle. So let's talk about those two components as well, right? Because I already said photography, you're taking pictures of your own food, plus you're designing your own food, you come from a food background, but it's not just that. It's really about like, how can we make it, how can we customize it to elevate our community?
Yes. I feel like for one, you have to be the example, right? And if people see you moving, they will follow suit. And our community, Black people have been made to feel like they cannot do something that's out of the norm, out of the box, out of the safe zone. And my whole life, I've been out of the safe zone. And people look at me like, oh, she's doing something amazing. And it's like, no, I'm doing something that you can do, right? So with Lit Black Foodie, I was like, how can I empower Black chefs and Black bakers? There's so much talent in the Bronx. And I'm just like, we need to showcase this. Why not me? Like, why do we have to wait for someone to choose us? Like, why not just do it? So I came up with the idea of creating a competition series. I want to give money to the community because we need money to thrive. And the first one was in April of 2021. We gave a $1,500 grant away. We sourced it through the community and through my own pocket, my fiance's pocket. Like, we just made it happen. Like, there's no excuses. Make it happen. There was a lucky winner, $1,500. And my goal is to have it hybrid, do online as well as in person. And the next online competition will be in January of 2022. So just giving back, empowering, making people feel like your business matters and your business can be taken to the next level. Somebody got your back.
That's lovely. That's really empowering. And so with that $1,500, like, how does one qualify to win that grant? Like, what is your process?
So for one, it has to be at least 51% owned by someone Black. right? And I'm very particular about Black because our community specifically, we're drowning in the business area and just economics, right? So you have to be Black, you have to have a business that's baking or cooking. So you can be a foodie, you can be a professional. If you are consistent and serious about your brand and have some type of platform, you can qualify.
And so, you know, it's so lovely to see somebody who is also developing her own brand already pass it forward while you're still in development. Because I mean, I know your website is under construction. I know you said you're going to launch in January 2022, but I also love the fact that you're basing it on your relation with the public.
Yes, yes. I'm very like just intentional about that. Like everything is family. And people think that you're going to get further by being by yourself, but you're going to get further when you do it together. And I just want to be that example that like we need, it's not a suggestion, it's a requirement that we work together so that we can go further faster.
Nice. And so before we go, let's talk about your upcoming event. You have a virtual vision board party.
Yes, yes. Going into 2022, we want to make sure that we're just, you know, strategizing. I've been very passionate. My first business was in 2011. So that was like over 10 years ago. So I've learned a lot and I just want to continue to pass it forward. So we're going to do a virtual vision board party on December 29th.
And so how does anyone sign up for that?
So just follow me, Made by Kay Kitchen on Instagram, send us a DM and we'll get you started.
All right. And what before we absolutely go, what do we have to look forward from you?
I'm just excited about sharing myself through the lens. And so I'm going to be doing YouTube full time. I was a little nervous to do YouTube, but I'm saying like, that's just the wave. You have so much to give. And I think that people could benefit from learning more about you and your process. So YouTube for Made by Kay Kitchen is up next.
And so when you say YouTube, are you going to be teaching people how to bake?
Yes, ma'am. So we're going to be doing everything foodie. We're going to be vlogging. I'm going to be going to like Black-owned restaurants. I'm going to be going to Bronx native restaurants, doing reviews, cooking. You know, I'm not like a trained chef. You know, I'm in my house and people like, what? You do this by yourself? Sure do. So I just want to show people anybody could do it.
Yeah, I'll tell you this much though. I went through your stuff and, you know, I left there hungry is what I did.
Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished.
Oh my gosh. Continue the great work and thank you for bringing it to our viewers, everyone. Kay Elle, LK. I did it backwards.
No, you're right. Kay Elle. Yep. That's
Kay Elle.
my initials. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. You got it right.
I introduced you the opposite way. And you're like, yeah, KLLK. But at the end of the day, it's really Made by Kay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Happy holidays to you. For those sweet delights, you guys, be sure to follow Made by Kay Kitchen by following her on Instagram at Made by Kay Kitchen. Stay tuned because Bobby C's Weekly Sports Roundup is coming up next.